Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, gods and goddesses. Welcome back to the Urban Bread Podcast, Birth of a Nation. I'm going to go ahead and give thanks to the Most High Mother and Father, our spiritual team, our angels who guard and protect us, our ancestors, and our cosmic family. I'm here to do a reading for the collective, so only take what resonates and leave what does not. I'm going to go ahead and clear the energy. I ask that all low vibrational and chaotic entities and energy is removed and that all entities and energies that walk in light and high vibration remain. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the reading. I better go ahead and put these glasses on so I can see. Because I'm going to better see shit without them. I don't know why I'm playing with myself. First card to come out was the Seven of Cups. We have water signs out there. We have Scorpios out there. Where are my water signs? Let me see. Yeah, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Next card to come out was the Page of Cups, and it came out in the reverse. Next card, Sagittarius, fire signs out there. Ten of Wands, and it came out in the upright. Yeah, you're moving to new opportunities. You have different choices in front of you right now, and it seems like you have been searching for your purpose, and you've been daydreaming about a lot of stuff. You had some type of you had to grow up actually, right? So you had maybe some people in your midst or in your atmosphere that were emotionally immature, and they disappointed you. So you had a lot of disappointment, right? And you had a lot of creative blocks because of the people that you had in your midst. I always say that you can't be in the midst of blessing blockers, in order for you to receive that blessing that you're looking for. So you were burdened by a few things, but you have been working hard and diligent, and hard work does pay off. Okay, so you've been working hard on something, and you're ready to start seeing the fruits of your labor. Let me pull from my Urban Truth Oracle and see what's going on with spirit. Align with your truth. When you follow what feels right, your life falls into place. Clarity leads to your next step. Yeah, you are in alignment right now. So whatever you are thinking about right now, everything's going to fall into place. You have gained clarity on certain things. That clarity that you gained is leading you to your next step, like the next step that maybe you're going to take in life. I don't know if you're barking on something new, a new journey, a new relationship, a new move, a new job, or whatever it is. You've been aligned with something. So just follow what feels right. If it feels right, it's right, because that's your ancestors, and spirit guiding you. Let's see. Next card to come out, you already know your intuition has spoken. Wait a minute. Your intuition has spoken. You sense the answer deep inside. Now it's time to follow it. Okay. That may be confirmation for some people. I know it's confirmation for me because it says you already know. So pretty much, yeah, your ancestors, your spiritual team, God has already spoken. So whatever decision that you were contemplating on and what you were if you were trying to figure out, what decision to make or whatever, you already know what it is. You already know what it is that you need to do. So now it's time for you to just follow it. So go ahead and do whatever it is you've been thinking about or whatever you've been trying to do. And if you're thinking, or if you were waiting on an answer from above or a confirmation on something, here's your answer already, right? But for most of you, you already knew what it is you're supposed to do, or that you wanted to do, or that you needed to do. So go ahead and do it. Go ahead and take that leap of faith, because God is on your side, okay? Passive shade. Subtle tone reveals hidden resentment. The real message is between the lines. Shade speaks loudly. Yeah. No matter what it is that you are trying to do or whatever you are focused on doing, I don't care if you wanted to take a new career path, if you want to take a new job, if you want to be in a new relationship, if you want to be in a new house, whatever. We all into the new, right? You're gonna have a little bit of shade thrown at you, and people are probably gonna be looking at you with like a side eye, right? With a little bit of resentment, and that resentment only comes because you are ready to do something different, and maybe you want something different for your life, you want something different for your kids. Maybe it's time for you to just move around from certain things and certain people, but you're gonna have a little bit of shade thrown at you, and people gonna be side eyeing you, because a lot of times people just want to keep you stuck, wherever they are. So don't pay no attention to the shade that's thrown. Don't pay no attention to like little subtle remarks that people make, or if they try to downplay that move that you're trying to make. Don't worry about it, okay? Just throw that to the back of your mind and do what is best for you. Because Spirit is trying to show you something different. So you need to go ahead and align with it. So the next card to come out, receipts ready. Evidence is lining up. Messages reveal motives. Truth is undeniable. Yeah, you probably you found out the truth about certain people, and that's a good thing, you know. But everything is lining up for you. Whatever it is that you needed to know. If you want to know if somebody that was in your energy that wasn't right, or if maybe people that you have to walk away from weren't right, that's probably the people that's throwing you that shade because they don't want you to walk away. They don't want you to step into your new. They don't want you to do better, because people always want you to do better until better is better than them. You know what I'm saying? Well, people want you to do good until good is better than them. So don't worry about that. Like I said, you're going to have some people giving you the side eye about certain things because they probably want to do whatever it is you're doing or whatever it is you're about to do, and they don't have the courage to do it. They don't have the mindset to do it. But you are embarking on something new. So go ahead and align with your truth. Go ahead and align with your spirit guides, because some of you have probably been getting some spiritual downloads and some nudges that it was time for you to move, or it's time for you to pick up and do something else. Go ahead and do it. This is your confirmation, okay? So I'm using my other deck, which is my What's the Tea Oracle. And I want to clarify some of these cards. Ego, hurt, ego getting in the way of relationship, etc. Yeah, a lot of y'all have done some work, and the work that you've done has been on yourself, because maybe you were like, in your ego or whatever, and it was getting in the way of a certain things. You know how sometimes people say you have to be broken all the way down in order for God to rebuild you, or for you to let go of some of your old ways. You have to go into a hermit mode, or maybe he had to sit you down. Maybe something that you thought was going to work ended up not working, and maybe you thought it was the end of the world, but you had to get out of your way. Like if you want to see the fruits of your labor, like if you want to see that reach that promised land or whatever it is God have for you, sometimes we have to get out of our own way. And some of us have had to have a huge ego death. You had to maybe rebuild. You had to start over. Maybe you had to leave one job in order for you to see that God had a better job for you. Maybe you had to leave a certain relationship in order for God to show you that, hey, I had a better relationship for you, right? But a lot of times, if you would just get out of your own way and just listen, if you quiet the mind, the soul will speak. God will speak. You will hear that voice, and your angels and your spiritual team will help guide you if you listen. But only if you start coming into alignment, going into that hermit mode and having that huge ego death, meaning like once you start mastering self and realize that you can't do everything by yourself, because you are the co-creator of your life. Once you start realizing that, then everything is going to align. You know how people say, ooh, you got the glow up, or you glowing out? Having that glow is basically just mastering self. So when you learn how to master self and master your emotions, then you will come into alignment and you will be balanced in all ways. All of your chakras will line up. But a lot of us had to go through an ego death, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people you left behind had to go through an ego death as well. Nobody's exempt from it, because when you start moving out of your own way, a lot of things will happen faster for you if you let it. If you get out of your own way, if you sit down sometime and just shut the hell up. I had to learn that because I know I got a mouth on me, so I had to learn to just shut up. Child services, children in danger, family being reported, neglect or abuse suspected. Let me clarify that card. Okay, the next card to come out, I'm sorry, dodging bullets, blocking bad energy, escaping toxic people, haters. Okay, so I feel like the neglect and the abuse, maybe it was you were probably neglecting yourself, you know what I'm saying? And now that you're pouring more into yourself and you are seeing things clearer and you've gained clarity on some things, now you know what it is that you need to do. You've dodged some bullets, so you don't need to be upset or be you know what I'm saying, maybe beating yourself down because certain things didn't work, certain people didn't work out in your life, certain relationships didn't work, you know what I'm saying, certain work relationships or jobs didn't work out for you. Be thankful, okay, because you dodged a bullet. I saw one of my Facebook friends put on there that sometimes rejection is for your protection. That is so true because we are all on different timelines, and a lot of times you want something right then and there, but you may not be in the position mentally or spiritually to even handle whatever it is that you want. Because a lot of times God gonna hold on to that blessing. He's not gonna give it to you right away because you're probably gonna sabotage it, or you're gonna allow certain people that you were supposed to remove sabotage you, right? So just be thankful that you were rejected from certain things and you were moved away from certain people in certain places, okay? Because dodging bullets says blocking bad energy, escaping toxic people, haters can't touch you. Right, you were under protection and you're still being protected, which is why a lot of people had to be removed from your energy, which is why you had to move around, which is why maybe you got terminated from a certain job, or maybe you lost certain things, but you had to be broken down in order to be rebuilt. It is not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling for any of us, but I promise you, you are gonna end up better than you were before. But you be glad that that some energies were blocked and they were for your protection. So don't feel bad that you had to leave some toxic people behind. They wanted you to stay and hang on, because a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, thought that you would never leave and that you would never pick up and go, and that you would never maybe apply for that job or apply for that I don't care if it's a raise or promotion or whatever. A lot of people felt that you couldn't do a lot of stuff without them, but you are showing them that you are doing it, because you decided to pull your power back from a lot of stuff and just kind of like level up. Okay, I want to pull from my tarot deck again. I hope this reading right here is confirmation for a lot of people. Just know that you did the right thing. You dodged some bullets, okay? And you are aligned now. You are aligning yourself with different people. You are aligning yourself with people that kind of like think like you and build like you, okay? So you are on the right track. You had to let a lot of this stuff go because you wouldn't get nowhere with it. I'm not going to take those cards. Let me go ahead and try to shuffle some more. If you haven't moved away yet, and if you haven't left that job, and if you haven't left those people behind, go ahead and do that. If you've been thinking about it, if you've been thinking like, this is not for me no more, that's because you elevating. That's because you're waking up and you're waking up to self. That's because you are realizing that maybe you are pouring way more into people than they are pouring into you. And if you've been feeling like depleted and your energy has been low, that's because you have too many people pulling on your energy, and it's time to regroup. It's time to recharge and refuel and regroup, and start pouring back into yourself, okay? And if you have done that already, then this is your confirmation. You're on the right track because you were led. You are being guided and led to do these things. God, when God knows who you are, when you start realizing who you are and whose you are, you will see that everything will start aligning up the way that it's supposed to. You will see that you're not going to even have the things that you used to have in common with certain people no more. That's because you elevating and you leaving them on that low vibrational, chaotic ass timeline that they didn't want you to leave, right? That's when people going to start seeing you being funny, or you acting funny, or you think you all that, okay? But keep moving, baby. And like I said, this is your confirmation. The next card come out is the Sun card. We have fire signs out there, okay? The Sun came out in the upright, and it's positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joyful, want, celebration, success, okay? The rebirth. The Sun card signifies the rebirth, okay? So some of y'all have gone through some massive transformation. I know that I have, and I know that some of my energy is in here, but you have gone through some major transformation, right? And you're on a positive note. If some of y'all are looking younger and feeling younger again, that's because you have elevated and you have jumped timelines, and you have moved away from a lot of people that kind of kept you bound and kept you stuck, right? And you feel free. Your energy is free. That's why you have that glow up, and that's why you, feeling the way that you are now, because you have aligned with something different and you are on a different path. And if you're not on that path, because I know sometimes we're all on different timelines, this is your confirmation to go ahead and get on there. This is your confirmation to go ahead and take that leap of faith. And all those things that you've been thinking about and all the stuff that you've been wanting to do, this is your confirmation to go ahead and do it. Go ahead and jump. Go ahead and leap. Take the job. Move. You know what I'm saying? Get in the new relationship, or in the old relationship. Whatever you've been thinking about doing, go ahead and do it, because this is your confirmation, and time waits for no one. So you have to stop waiting on everybody, because you can't take everybody with you. You can't stop. You have to stop trying to wait on certain people to get to where you are, mentally and even spiritually, because we don't all grow up at the same time. We don't all wake up at the same time. You know, growth is not for everybody. Don't get me wrong, those people are going to get there, but you're going to keep yourself stuck and stagnant, and it's going to start, you know what I'm saying, depleting you if you continue to hold yourself up waiting on people that may not be there or may never get there, you know? So stop doing it. You got to start thinking about yourself. The next one to come out is the Four of Cups, the Six of Cups. I'm sorry. We have water signs out there. Scorpio, and it came out in the upright. Happy memories, reminiscent childhood memories, innocence, joy. Yeah, let me tell you something. You have tapped back in to your creativity, and you have like that childlike energy again. And that's the thing that a lot of people be jealous of. When you have that childlike energy, you know, when you are like very playful and like it's kind of like the innocence or whatever. But don't get me wrong, people sometimes can get that misconstrued. They would think because you have like childlike energy and like you have like a free spirit, they would think that you are really naive and really gullible, you know. But if you anything like me, you kind of like you're very observant and you watch everything, you know, and you still treat people the way that you would want to be treated. But for a lot of y'all have that energy that has come back, you know. You start maybe reminiscing on different things that you used to do as a child, and you're starting to do that again, or you want to do that again. And if you've been thinking about it, then go ahead, because I'm not gonna lie, me in my old age, I started looking at some stuff about like running the masters, like for track and field, you know, and I'm in my 50s now, but you know, it's something that I used to love to do. So I'm thinking about, you know, just trying it out just to see. It'll be a hobby, trust and believe, I'm still about my coins. But whatever it is that you've been reminiscing about and you've been thinking about doing, you know, and you want to get back to that childlike energy, then that's what you need to do, because that right there is part of your creativity. That is going to help you to manifest, and that's going to keep you that's going to keep your emotions and everything balanced. That's why people have certain hobbies and things that they like to do, like outside of home, outside of work. You know, you just, I don't care. Go dancing. Go do some line dancing. Just start doing all the stuff that you know used to make you happy or keep you happy. You don't have to stop doing it just because you get weighed down by maybe children or bills or work and a job. That's the kind of stuff that keeps you off balance. Everything has to flow, and it also will mess with your money and your finances. Because remember, you have to be at a balance. Everything has to flow. You know, you have to stay in that energy. I can't stress that enough, because I had to learn that everything cannot be about work, 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 bills, 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 kids, 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 married, married, married. You know, you have to take time to yourself, and you have to start getting back to the things that make you happy or that used to make you happy. And getting back to that childhood energy is the number one thing, okay? Because you want to be light in your energy. That way you can manifest the things that you really want. So the next one to come out, the Ace of Pentacles, came out in upright. Abundance. Abundance is all around you. I used to always say, you know, when I do my like affirmations or whatever, and I speak them out loud, and one of the things that I always said was, I am abundant. I am abundance. I attract abundance, and abundance is all around me. So for a lot of y'all, just start back doing it, because the Ace of Pentacles came out, and the Ace of Pentacles is yours. That pentacle is yours, you know, because you're about to manifest a new career or financial opportunity. Baby, I know I am, because I've been manifesting my ass off, okay? And I've been throwing things out into the universe so it could come back to me tenfold. So this is the Ace of Pentacles, and we have earth signs out there, okay? And so for my earth signs that are out there, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, maybe this is for you. So if you are seeing that Ace of Pentacles, the universe is giving you something. The universe is blessing you with something, with abundance, okay? You do have a new opportunity, a new career, or a new financial opportunity coming, you know, a new venture, you know, and it's going to lead to prosperity. So like I said, should be another confirmation for some of y'all that's trying to step out on faith. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and take that leap. Go ahead and start that business. Go ahead and start that new relationship, or leave an old relationship, or start a new friendship, a new job, whatever it is. We are all about the new, okay? If you want to just be a new you want a new makeover, you want to lose weight, you want to gain weight, start working out. Do all the stuff that's going to make you happy, and it's going to keep you aligned, and it's going to help you with your glow. Get your skin all nice and smooth, you know what I'm saying? Get your hair growing, your nails growing, everything, you know? We on some positive energy, and the energy that you throw into the universe and the energy that you exude, that's what's going to come back to you. It's going to come back around like a boomerang, you know, because you're throwing good energy out there into the universe, and that energy is going to come back to you. And I declare and decree that it comes back to you tenfold, okay? So that's my reading for you today. I hope it brought some clarity and some confirmation to y'all. I'll see y'all next time on my next reading. Be blessed, everyone. Thank you.